All right, here we go, getting set to jump back into it again. Great weekend coming your way. Always fun every time of year we get to Del Mar. Just, obviously being out there at the track is a great advantage. The atmosphere is fantastic. Usually the racing is pretty good. I think we have two, let's say three decent races coming up this weekend as they open it up. Let's get down to it because I got stuff to do. Let's get into the business of the first race we're going to talk about, which is coming up on Saturday. Grade 2 San Diego Handicap. Saturday at Del Mar, mile and a 16th, race number 8. Got a field of 7 runners. It seems like there might be some pace on hand. We know Miramati's going to go because that's a fast horse. Shea Brennan has some early speed, but sometimes likes to kind of sit back a little bit. Same thing with Full Serrano, has early speed. And you never know what Joel Rosario is going to do, so I'd be surprised if he engaged with Full Serrano. And then the Goat's a horse that ran, I do believe, 7 furlongs last time out, has some speed, now stretches back out. If they can get back to that form from Chile, then that's really going to be interesting. But the way things stand right now, there's only one horse I know I can trust, and that's Miramati. Now, obviously, journalism is in this race, but you hear what I said? A horse I can trust. This year, the Huckleberry is journalism, and Umberto Rispoli. It's a horse and a rider I cannot trust in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to try to beat them. This race should set up beautifully for journalism. But I just feel like a horse like Miramati likes to go to the lead, has speed, and he likes to fight. And as long as they get him out there on the front end, I think he's in good shape. We'll see if anyone wants to challenge. If they do, whatever. I'm just not going to play journalism. I'm going to play Miramati to beat him because I think he's faster, and I think that's the problem with journalism. Anyway, we move on from that to the race that's far more attractive, the Grade 2 San Clemente Handicap. This is a mile on the turf. It's race number 9. These are 3-year-old fillies. Really nice looking bunch of runners. It doesn't appear that there's a tremendous amount of pace in the race. And that could make things very interesting because the 2 runners that I believe want to be forwardly placed are not lightning fast. Ground support, you saw the runner winning the Miss Grillo on the front end at a mile and a 16th. Fraction's really not that fast, but we know the horse has early speed and wants to be forwardly placed. I would say that Light One Up, who was the sprinter who stretched out last time out, I think this horse wants to be forwardly placed, and Emissario Yaramillo is definitely a assertive rider out of the gate. So I don't think he's going to let ground support get too far off. But once again, it's turf racing, right? So sometimes pace doesn't necessarily matter because they're all going to cover up, tuck, save some ground, and then make that move. Inbox is a really good horse that likes to close. Once again, the problem, and every single player on the planet will tell you this, even if you just hit a wager with Joel Rosario at 25-1, you know in your heart you can't trust him. You can love him. We all love him. He's incredibly talented. You cannot trust him. But he should be in a good position with Inbox to make the move from off the pace. I think the horse will be in the mix. I don't think he's good enough because I believe that Raiding Party is just way better than every other horse in this field. This horse is very consistent and very versatile. I think he's the class of the field, and I think he can run them down no matter where he is. If you go look at that maiden performance, he sat just right off the pace. Then you can see in the last 2 runs, he's been a little bit further back. Still pretty much the same result, right? He still makes his run. So I'm going to go with Raiding Party. Ben Curtis is a really nice young rider. I don't know if he has ridden that turf course. I can't recall if he has been in the Breeders' Cup to ride that turf course. He wouldn't have because he hasn't been at Del Mar in a couple of years. So I don't think he's ever ridden that. Hopefully he'll figure it out and get the money. Then we have a play of the day. Friday's the Oceanside, an unrivaled time, in my opinion. He's too good. He's turning back in distance. He's going to sit off the pace, run them down. He's probably not going to be a price, but he is going to be the winner. That's what's going to happen on Friday. So we've got Oceanside on Friday, which is opening day at Del Mar. Then San Diego and San Clemente on Saturday. And we're going to get the money with all of them. You might want to put together a late pick 5 using the singles that we just pointed out, the horses that we think are going to win those races 8 and 9. Put that together with something on Saturday at Del Mar. All right, that's how we do it. In the meantime, in between time, until next time, we'll see you right here on Horse Race Bets. I'm Ken Rudulph. Good luck and do me a favor. Enjoy whatever you're into. We'll see you next time.